Hello everyone, I am Julian Morris with the Channel 5 News. In the headlines, an upsurge in cases of tuberculosis. The Ministry of Health says it has the situation under control. The police warn they will take a zero-tolerance approach to violence this carnival. And CARICOM to hold a summit on crime and security in April. The details coming up.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Si ou ni maladie HIV et bien maladie sexuelle, si ou pas protéger corps lors qu'on est sexe avec plusieurs monde, ça peut mettre la vie ou à gros danger. Ou peut exposer tout partenaire au poison et que tant qu'il a vini avec maladie. Servez un condom chaque fois ou qu'on est sexe. Changer qui est important pour découvrir maladie à bonheur ou ça vivre en bonne santé même si ou ni maladie HIV. Pour responsabilité, protéger corps et puis les autres. Examiner corps. Aidez du bout si même maladie HIV et l'autre maladie sexuelle.
Hey, what you doing? I'm doing our monthly budget, baby. Oh, don't forget to pay my school fee on Friday.
So you're up to your neck in debt and just can't seem to catch a break. We get it.
Higher purchase and payday loans charge high interest rates. It's a good idea to consolidate these loans. It will result in lower interest rates and lower monthly installments.
In many cases, consolidations can reduce your installment by as much as 50%.
Here at National Bank, let us reduce your debts and consolidate your loans. Call us at 255-2337 or visit us at any of our branches.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
First up in the news, the Minister for Health and Wellness, Dr. Irving McIntyre, announced on Friday that there was an upsurge in the number of tuberculosis cases on the island. The minister told a news conference on Friday as a result of this, an increased number of individuals have been admitted at the Dominica-China Friendship Hospital.
So 2019, we had a total number of confirmed cases. This would be 8 cases in 2019. And the total number of suspected cases in 2019, 2. And there was no death from TB, and the age range was between 27 to 82 years, and the median age being 52. If we come to 2020, the total number of confirmed, that is AFB1 plus minimum, 12 cases. And the total number of suspected cases, 6 cases. These were inconclusive. There was no death due to TB, and the age range 33 to 92, with a median age of 57. Of the total 18 cases that I mentioned for 2020, 11 of them were from the Roseau Health District, and the others were at different districts over the island. So these are the figures that were mentioned from 2019 and 2020.
Chief Medical Officer Dr. David Johnson said he did not believe that the TB situation posed a significant threat to carnival patrons. A strong push for the use of renewable energy. That's the goal of Miss Dominica 2020, Savan James. 20-year-old Savan James, a customer service representative of the National Bank of Dominica, is sponsored by the NBD and Greens Wholesale Limited. She won the title from a field of 7 contestants. Speaking to Channel 5 News after her crowning, Miss Dominica 2020 said she plans to bring together awareness to her platform through her royal title.
My platform is sustainable living through renewable energy, and I actually want to study that, environmental engineering for focus on renewable energy. I plan to work with different groups in the different high schools, the primary school, get them involved in the environment and do simple things in their daily life to take care of the environment and really be stewards of the earth.
What would you say is the importance of Dominicans knowing the value of renewable energy?
Well, we experience climate change every year. Look at how Hurricane Maria devastated us, and I believe that if we had proper renewable energy like hydroelectricity, solar power implemented in Dominica, that we could have bounced back a lot faster and a lot easier.
Now we know you have 3 regional pageants ahead of you. How do you plan to prepare for those?
Well, I have an amazing team that allowed me to win here tonight, so I'll work with them. I'll also hopefully bring other people on board with me who I know can be instrumental in my success in these pageants, and hopefully I will capture the crown there as well.
On her way to winning the title, Savan James also won the awards for Best Talent and Best Response to Interview.
Dominica is known for its rich and vibrant culture. Do you believe we are doing enough to develop and promote our cultural heritage?
Dominica promotes a very rich culture, and currently I do not believe we are doing enough to promote this. What I think we need to do is introduce cultural teachings in our primary schools and high schools, teach our children how to do our cultural dances, how to speak our native language like patois, even how to cook our local foods. I think then we will be doing enough to market our culture.
First runner-up position went to Primrose David of Massac, who was sponsored by Preconco Limited. Primrose also copped the awards for Best Swimwear, Best in Swimwear and Best in Evening Wear. Shannon Saint-Hilaire, sponsored by Jungleberry Resort and Spa, representing Soufriere and Scotshead, got the second runner-up position. Shannon took the prizes for Miss Photogenic, Best Costume, Best in Costume and Best Evening Wear. The award for Miss Amity went to Melanie Charles of Goodwill. The other participants in the Miss Dominica pageants were Elnara Emmanuel of Kingshill, Kimra Charles of Fonkole, sponsored by Max Roy Trading, and Kadisha Joseph, also of Fonkole. A St. Lucian national will be looking to continue writing history in Dominica's Calypso books come Saturday night. Fitzroy Bingo Leon, whose song Judge's Workshop got him straight to the finals from eliminations, will be among the 9 attempting to dethrone 9-time King Denison Dice Joseph. Bingo will be performing at number 10 on the night of the finals. His second song is titled Country Before Self. It'll be ladies first on Saturday, as first stop on stage for the Calypso finals is first and only female Calypso monarch Tasha P. Peltier. She'll be looking to add another crown to her collection with the performances of Treadmill and All Hands on Deck. Second on stage that night is Webster de Webb Marie, who has made it to the finals multiple times and placed in the top 4 regularly. Webb will be singing Enemies of Waitukubuli and Curse of the Monarchy. Third Calypsonian to perform at the finals is 4-time monarch and government minister Gregory Caressa Riviere, who is hopeful of getting a 5th crown with his pieces Addicted and Licking Him. Next up will be Jude J.D. Deloney, who is no stranger to the finals. His competition songs for that night are Don't Complain and Mama Mama That Is Mass. J.D. will be followed by Daryl the Bob Bob, who so far has won the Calypso Monarch title once. He will be heading to the stage with the songs A Man with Plenty Money and Choops. Another former monarch will then have his chance to gain another crown when 3-time monarch Derek the Hunter St. Rose competes at number 6 with Flip Flop and Trunk of Junk. 7th on stage is the youngest finalist this year, File the Healer Lander, who will be performing World Gone Mad and Patriot. Then the 2-time monarch Davidson the Observer Victor will test his chances of winning another crown with his pieces Deception and Colorblind. The crowd will then see defending 9-time monarch Denison Dice Joseph in at number 9, who will try to make yet another record by gaining the crown an unprecedented 10th time. His songs for the competition are Praying for the World and Décalé. The Calypso Finals is scheduled for Saturday, 22nd February at Carnival City. It begins at 8:30 p.m. And larger parades expected on the roads for Mass Dominic 2020. Deputy Chairperson of the Road Parade Committee, Charlene White Christian, says according to information thus far, more groups and larger groups are expected in the streets for the Monday and Tuesday parades.
From last year, we may have an increase, especially for the schools. But I have seen, and even not just the bands too, but the numbers in the bands, because normally they would give us their numbers, give us an idea of their numbers. I've seen an increase in numbers, so we know we're going to have larger bands as well this year. But I think we're going to have some great parades on both Monday and Tuesday, and even for Juve too. We have quite a few groups, more groups who have registered for the Juve judging criteria. So areas. As
regards concerns with spaces or gaps between bands, Christian explained that some spaces are necessary. However, attempts are being made to not have extended gaps within the parade.
Sometimes we ask ourselves, what do we call gaps? Because in a parade, there must be some sort of spacing between two groups. And for us, we call it gaps. It's not a gap. There has to be, because you need the music of one group to accommodate that group and the next group. So we like to call it gaps, but I always tell people it's not gaps, it's just allowing a certain space. You have a gap if you have half of the route or an entire quarter of the route, there is nothing happening. That we can say for gaps. Sometimes we can't do anything about it if it relates to the costume bands, because sometimes their vehicles may have a problem or they may have started late. When it comes to the school bands, okay, then we can control that.
Carnival Monday will see Juve from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m., followed by Old Mass Parade from 10 a.m. School bands come out from 11 in the morning, and the T-shirt band is scheduled to start at 2 p.m. Carnival Tuesday will see the costume bands taking to the streets at 10 a.m. and last lap will take place in the afternoon. The Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force has vowed a zero-tolerance approach to violence this carnival season. According to the carnival order, the street jump-ups are scheduled for Monday 24th February from 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Tuesday 25th February from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Police Chief Daniel Carbon is promising the police will do its utmost to prevent unfortunate incidents during the carnival celebrations.
A few years we have experienced some deaths during carnival street jump-up. The general public is entitled to the reveling. They'll enjoy themselves, but the police has a responsibility. And we will do what is necessary to be done, lawfully so, to ensure that the carnival is peaceful, people enjoy themselves in an atmosphere of peace and tranquility. We'll be very robust in our approach. There will be a lot of police on the streets, and we'll do all what we can possibly do to address Carnival.
The Carnival route has also been outfitted with CCTVs to help the police in its work.
The Carnival route is equipped with CCTV. We're not putting the CCTV to spy on people unlawfully, but we have a responsibility to gather our intelligence. And we'll be monitoring the CCTV in real time as the carnival progresses. We're not doing that to invade your privacy, but as I have said before, we have to take measures to prevent crime, and if it happens, Lord forbid, to detect crime.
The carnival route remains the same this year, that is Independence Street at the intersection with Kennedy Avenue, moving south to King George V Street, west along King George V Street to the Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard, north on the boulevard and east on Kennedy Avenue. and a call for a peaceful, drug-free and incident-free carnival season as the festive activities peak. Bishop of Roseau, His Lordship Gabriel Malzé, is advising carnival revelers and the wider Dominican society to be responsible in their enjoyment of carnival celebrations.
There will be greater demands on the Christian carnival reveler to exercise self-control in the use of alcohol, to avoid promiscuous activity, and to avoid the use of illegal drugs. Having a good time is the right of every person, but it is not synonymous with excessive actions, including inappropriate dress and behavior on the streets that can compromise our Christian principles. We are called to be responsible in every circumstance in order to build the desired peaceful and Christian society. During this festive season, I urge parents to be attentive to the little ones so that no one gets hurt or lost.
The bishop further urged Dominicans to use their gifts from God for good and not destructive purposes.
The truth is, all things were created for good, and that includes our festive celebrations. It is unfortunate that even within these moments of merriment and the creative expressions of our culture, there can be occasions of abuse that are not becoming of the Christian community, and therefore should be avoided at all costs. We are constantly reminded of the words of St. Paul in his first letter to the Corinthians when he says, "Your body, you know, is the temple of the Holy Spirit, who is in you since you received him from God. You are not your own property," he says. "You have been bought and paid for. That is why you should use your body for the glory of God." 1 Corinthians 6, verse 19 and 20.
You are watching Channel 5 News. We'll have more after this.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD, all for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Les moun ki ni TB estene e ben tout se, moun ki en bonne santé oli wen ka respire se vermine la. Moun ki pa ni bon tempérament kon sa ki ni maladie HIV, alcool, ka fumer, ti mamay e grand moun bien sensible pour ces maladies ça la. Moun ki ka tousse ni pou prendre précaution le yo en parmi moun en place publique, couvert bouche ou le ka estene et tousse. Visitez docteur et ben place santé. Fini tout traitement yo ba ou sa joine guérison et puis maladie TB. En responsabilité ou aider du bout si men maladie TB et HIV, protéger corps et les autres.
Helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Thank you for staying with us. The search for the small airplane which plunged in the sea off the coast of Marigot has been called off. On Sunday evening, a small aircraft carrying 2 pilots and 2 passengers believed to be from a club in Guadeloupe went down shortly after its departure from the Douglas Charles Airport. Subsequent to that, the search efforts began for the missing craft. Speaking to the media Friday, Chief of Police Daniel Carbon said the search for the missing aircraft has been called off.
Investigations continue into that missing plane. The police have recovered some debris, but we've not recovered any bodies. We've got the search has been called off.
As regards the shooting death of a Chinese national in Portsmouth earlier this month, Mr. Carbon says no arrests have been made yet.
We've investigated that matter. We've pursued every lead that we had intensively. We brought in a number of suspects and interviewed them. And investigation continues. We've not yet made any arrests or charged anybody with that crime. And let me take the opportunity to really condemn this crime. Again, I'm asking the general public to provide the police with any information, any evidence. We've been getting some tips, but we've not yet solved it.
Mr. Carbon expressed confidence in solving this crime and called on those with information to come forward to the police. The Chief of Police is calling for an end to gun crimes in Dominica.
The number of crimes that we had, especially serious crimes that we had reported in 2018 and 2019, have been the lowest number of crimes reported over the last 20 years. 2018 and 2019. And I hope the police continue to do what they have to do. We have to do it to ensure that we continue to put a reduction in these crimes, especially the gun crimes. The gun crimes are concerned to us. There's an increase from 16 in 2018 to 20 in 2019. And the 3 murders we have had, where we had one on election night, polling night, December 6th, a gun related in the city of Roseau. We had the Chinese national and one in Pottersville over the weekend. 3 of those murders gun related, and the public should provide the information to the police to pull those firearms, those illegal firearms, in the hands of those would-be criminals.
In other news now, the Caribbean Community CARICOM will convene a multidisciplinary summit on security in April. The heads agreed to have frank discussions given the continuing high rates of crime and violence in the community. CARICOM Chair Mia Motley made the disclosure at the close of the 31st intersessional meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government in Barbados on Wednesday. She said the heads were deeply concerned about the level of crime and violence in the region. Motley noted that crime and violence and security were not issues that could simply be left to government. The Caribbean Community Security Strategy shows high rates of homicide and violent crimes, trafficking in guns, ammunition and illegal narcotics, organized crime, rising cybercrime, and the growing power of transnational and organized crime networks. The consequence of this includes youth violence, gangs and gender-based violence, especially domestic and sexual violence against women and girls, among other ills. There is also increased cyber and financial crimes on an international scale, mainly due to technological advancements. Statistics indicate that the Caribbean region, while home to 8.5% of the world's population, disproportionately experiences 25% of the world's homicides. Some Caribbean countries rank among the highest in the world for the number of homicides per 100,000 people. And the CARICOM heads of government have recognized the risk of the coronavirus, that's COVID-19, to the region, but are also satisfied that the current risk of transmission is low. In a communique issued at the end of the 31st intersessional meeting of Conference of Heads of Government in Barbados on Thursday, the heads outlined that an outbreak could reverse economic gains of CARICOM states, but said they recognize the risk of transmission of the virus in the region remained relatively low. The CARICOM heads also expressed their empathy and support for China as it continued efforts to contain the virus. The heads of government also welcomed efforts by China to assist students and other CARICOM nationals in that country who could not return home, and accepted their help to provide support to address potential gaps in a response to the COVID-19 should any case be found in the region. They also extended commendations to regional and international institutions and the CARICOM Secretariat, led by CARPHA and the Pan American Health Organization, for providing member states with guidance to support national response efforts while strengthening regional health security.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD, all for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Here are some tips to reduce mosquito presence in and around your home. Keep water storage containers properly covered. Remove containers that can collect water from your surroundings. Keep garbage bins tightly covered. Pick up your litter and remove all tires from your yard. Keep gutters free of leaves and twigs to prevent stagnant water. Prevent Zika, dengue, and chikungunya. Fight the bite. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
This message is supported by Flow.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
To end the news, a look again at the headlines. An upsurge in cases of tuberculosis. The Ministry of Health says the situation is under control. The police warn they will take a zero-tolerance approach to violence this carnival. And CARICOM to hold a summit on crime and security in April. You may access our news on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the production team, I am Julian Morris. Thank you for watching. Do have a good weekend.